You know, normally I ask you to go into the comments and say, still watching, if you're here. But I know you na bado na watch. This one I know you're watching. So if kama tuko pamoja, ingia comments, am I still watching? That motivates us to keep doing this. When we see that guys are watching this thing, wako na ka feedback, wanapatia their ideas, their thoughts, they're saying how the music impacted them.
Yes.
Ingia comments too. Tafadhali, ingia comments and just give us your feedback. First and foremost, Mr. Lenny.
Yes.
Mr. Legend. Mr. Legend.
That's a big title, bro.
But ni ukweli.
Hey, bro.
Thank you for telling us the legacy of Issa.
Yes.
Not just as a musician, but you've made me understand he's also a good human being.
He was.
You get what I mean?
Bila kupaka mafuta, Issa was truly a legend. Yeah. It's unfortunate that God had to take him at a very young age. But I will say for sure that this was a living legend. Like, the same way we compare Kina, Biggie and Tupac is the same way we compare Issa.
Yes.
To those guys. Yes.
I mean, bro, that first album.
Yeah.
We listened to everything.
And believe me, he had more.
Bro.
He had some serious stuff coming out.
Imagine. Even you're nameless.
Where?
Are you ready for this? Kutayari lakini.
Hey.
Yeah.
Eh?
So thank you for segmenting that. And not just Issa, even K-Rapt.
Yes, and K-Rapt.
That guy was talented.
Very talented. Like, he was a multi-talented guy. And I was also supposed to work with K-Rapt. Like, we even became friends with K-Rapt. Yeah. And we used to talk. And he used to really encourage me. And he was like, we have to do something at some point. So I'm like, yeah, I'm game. Me, I was easy. Always, me, I was easy to work with anyone. Yeah.
At this time, what's happening in your life? Umetoa your own single.
Yes.
Shows zime start.
Yes.
Fame has come. You get?
Yes.
Wezi kutembea tu, unaingia mats kila, hey, nani hata wewe umeshikanga mats?
Actually, that happened to me.
Yes, of course.
Literally. Like, at some point now, you know, the name is quite big. And the only thing is that, okay, because we didn't have so many videos, I remember we only had Baby Don't Go and Githorai. So, bado watu wako wamejua Mr. Lenny vizuri. You know, you know, physically.
Umilikuwa umekonda kwa video. Especially Githorai.
I was in my early 20s. I think I was around 21, 22 there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bro, for real.
Yes. You know?
At home, parents are proud, eh? Your mom.
My mom was proud because
your sisters.
My dad was not there at the time, but now he already knows about me.
Mtoto me following his footsteps.
And I need to tell you a story about that. Like, I don't know whether we should go back into that.
Twende back.
Yes.
Time to konayo hapa.
So, remember when I talked about when my father and my mom got separated? Did I talk about that though?
Yes, you made it clear. Yes, you touched on it earlier on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And your dad said he's staying with the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, at that point when, you know, when we cosaned and he told me to go, and after going, I joined my sisters and life in Kansas. You know, we started a different life altogether. So, and by the way, remember I told you that he said, "Ata tukutana naye, tunapatana," and that used to happen.
For real?
With my big sisters. He'd kutana with them and they just pitana.
Wow.
Yeah. But one day, he met with my big sister, Vicky, and the same thing he had said, wakapitana. Lakini, my dad, when he saw my sister, akamshika mkono. Then he was like, mbona unanipita? And this is in Tao. So my sister was, you know, she didn't know what to say. She just told him, sikuwa nimekuona. To avoid any stories mingi, yani. She's like, so he goes like, hey, you know, I think we need to meet, we need to talk. I need you to get your siblings and we need to sit down and have lunch and talk about some stuff. So my sister came and told us that. And me, I was like, no way. I do not see myself going to see that man. I had this zero love for the guy. Like, I was done with him. For me, I'd decided I did not have a father. In fact, I used to doubt whether he was my father because of the way he used to treat me and also the way he treated us as his kids. So anyway, my sister was like, no, lazima mwende meet buda yenu. He's still your father. Yeah, so liwe liwalo, you have to see him. So I'm like, sawa, but remember, this guy will never change. He's the same old. He will never change. I remember telling my sister that. And me, I was not for meeting him. So anyway, so the day comes and we meet my dad in town.
All your siblings?
Yes, all of
even
us.
Your brother?
All the 5 of us. Yes, even my late sister. And the guy buys us lunch somewhere. And we start to talk, He start asking us, hey, what do you do? What do you do? So me, I told him, I'm into music. He was like, music? He's like, hapana. Where's imba wewe?
Wow.
Imagine. My dad was like, where's imba? You cannot sing. Maybe your brother can sing, but not you. Because he knew, remember?
Yes.
He knew that I didn't want anything to do with what he used to do.
And at this time, had you released any of the songs? Githurai?
No.
Okay.
This is way...
Scratch records time?
Yes.
Yeah.
And remember that time, even once you record, you'd put music on tape. It's kuza chrome tape. Yes. So when he told me that, I was so disappointed and I was so unhappy. How can you tell me that? How can you tell me I can't sing? And then you are comparing with me with my brother. How can you do that? How can you compare your children? So, so I think he wanted us to meet his new family.
Wow.
Because he had already gotten married to the second wife. And he was trying to integrate us into that family. Because he never said any apologies. Yani hiyo kutuba ya lunch was like...
Lazima umita wase wengine.
Buying us lunch and sitting us and talking to us that was now...
His apology.
His apology. His way of saying sorry.
Yeah.
Unaelewa? And life continues like nothing happened before. So to me, I was very disappointed. And I told my sister when we went back home, I'm like, you see, this guy, he's not going to change. Ni ule ule. But my big sister didn't, I think in her mind was like, maybe she wanted to, give him a second chance and all that. So anyway, so from there now, he invited us. I remember he invited us for Christmas at my aunt's place in Modore. That is his sister now. Yeah, so, and now that's when he officially introduced us.
To his other family?
To his other family.
And how many children did he have at that time?
So at that time, the lady that he got had one child, a boy, and then he went on to get 3 more with her. So
four. Yes.
And then because he got there was the boy that came with that lady, and then there was a girl, 2 girls who were born, then later a boy who was also named like me.
Len?
No, Njuki.
Okay.
Yeah. Because now Siako ni firstborn son were from this other woman. So this other wife. So he got 3, and so those were 4 from that wife. So I remember when we met, and then started asking me about what I was doing, and I told him, but there I have my new music. that time I'd already recorded at Scratch Records, and I had the music, like I had Daddy Has to Know, and I had Shuja, and I had MCs. So I played that music to him. And you know what he told me? I said, hii hapana mziki bwana. This is not music. Hii mziki mnaimba siku hizi hapana mziki. Yeah. This is not music. Anaanza kukwambia, we used to sing bwana. Us, we used to sing. Did tours in the States, nini. So now he starts bragging about what he did in his time, you know, and then comparing my music with the kind of music that he used to do.
But you've understood that's the way some of these old folks have conversations.
Yes. But at that particular time,
you're wounded.
I'm wounded.
Yes.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this man? You know, instead of encouraging me, he's actually like poking holes in my heart. You know? So I become so angry, and I even hate him some more, you know. And I keep saying hate is a strong word to use, but that's what I felt.
Emotions, yes.
You know. But now this gives me morale to work harder and to work to prove him wrong. To show him that actually I am what I am, and I've done something with myself, and I'm going to prove you wrong, and you will see it.
You guys are this crazy. Fathers can make or break a child.
Where? You guys, I look at my son now.
So you're dropping, so Paul, I'll come back.
Yes.
You're dropping hits. You've even done this Shuja thing.
At that time, I didn't have it. Remember?
Okay, so yeah.
Because I'm in Scratch.
Yes.
So bado ngoma zetu hazijashika. In fact, nobody knows about Mr. Lenny.
Yes. But this is the fire. This is the wood to your fire.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to lay a foundation for my music. And then here comes my blood, my father. The person who's supposed to encourage me the most is the same person who's like, ananikanakia.
Yeah. Anaweka maji kwa
and
moto.
you know, words are very powerful.
Life and death is the power of the tongue.
Yes. So hizo mawazi mazee zilinichafua roho sana, you know, and I couldn't believe like this guy, like he never learns or what? Like doesn't he understand what he's talking about or what he's telling me? So I internalized that, and I said, you know what? I am going to prove to you that I can do this thing, and I'll do it better than you.
Man.
Yes.
This is crazy.
So even as I started music, and as I went on to record while I was in Scratch, one of my motivations was to prove him wrong. Because I could not understand why my own father could not
tell you well done.
Tell you well done.
I'm
Thank you.
This
my
is my
son,
son
you're doing
with
well.
whom I am well pleased with.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. It's like he was not proud of me at all. And I had to work so hard to prove that to him. And that was so piercing.
Paul, man.
Yeah.
You were saying something about your son.
Yes. So now I look at my son, and there is no day I will ever tell him that he cannot do it. In fact, now more than ever, I want to give him the most, the biggest support he has ever gotten from anyone. And I want him to know that I'm there for him. Despite all that happened between me and the mother, I am still in his life, and I'm always thinking about him, and I want him to excel in life.
In whatever it is he's doing.
Everything. Because I know he's a great person, and I know he has a bright future. I know that he's blessed, and I know that he's going to do wonders with his life.
Amen to that.
Yes.
He will.
So I encourage him in all ways. If Jason, you ever watch this, know that your father loves you.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
Hello viewers, this is Sing and Shine, the gospel music presentation. We are happy to bring to you these young talents who we all enjoy and love so much. Our singer for today is an old hand in gospel music. He has crisscrossed the United States, Europe, South America, Asia, and many African countries, evangelizing and glorifying the Lord with his music, which is all his own compositions. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Lenny Wanganga.
I set my mind on his word. I walk for him, I live for him, in him I always trust.
A way of living for the world, an idea for every man, a purpose for all the nations. Almighty God has the plan.
I'll lead the way to win the race. I'll set my mind on his word. I'll walk for him, I'll live for him, in him I always trust.
Stability is a culture the nations need it today. Everybody's waiting for Jesus to show the world. Mr. Wanganga, a man of your background must have had quite a lot of things happening to bring you to where you are. Could you tell us something about your musical background and when it began? Is it from your family, or where did you pick it up?
Well, it's a long story because it takes so many years back, and I must say it's a talent as well as parental background, because a few of my brothers are also involved in music. Therefore, I'm not surprised when you ask me a question regarding my parents.
You also participate in quite a number of international happenings. Like you've been to the US, you've been to Europe and some other parts of the world. Can you tell us something about how did you get into all that?
Well, originally I was the chairman of Christian Union in my school, that is Tarehe Boy Center. And I happened to see a religious organization that was based in Nairobi. And I joined it because as a chairman of Christian Union, I needed to speak to the world, whereas I was just speaking to the local audience. And after joining them, we went together all over the world, glorifying the word of the Lord. And through the Christian inspiration, I managed to do this with my talent, that is singing.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lenny Wanganga. We trust that the Lord will continue to use you. Is there something that you would like to tell the viewers about music that inspires you, something that you would like for them to carry home?
I would hope and wish a lot of our musicians, particularly local musicians, would think of composing music with a message like religious music, because when you sing, you see the reactions of the audience and receiving that particular message, and you enjoy together with them. Otherwise, when you sing without that spiritual inspiration, you don't see very much outcome from your audience. And I'm always very glad that Jesus has kept me going with this kind of composing and singing to the world to glorify his word.
Thank you very much. Now we'll continue to listen to you as you minister to us in music. Thank you.